Hello, good morning. Good morning. I'm just going to be talking to you this morning. I'm Arian from Road to Success Driving School. And what we're going to be doing this morning is just to show you how to approach roundabouts and to deal with them safely. So first of all, looking at junction as well. As I'm coming to the end of this road, I'll now be checking my center right mirror, give a signal to the right. Make sure, if you notice, my position is quite close to the center but not on the line or over the line. Look both left and right before you emerge from the junction. Coming to the roundabout, we'll be going straight ahead. Start looking early to your right and to your left to make sure it's safe. And you check your mirrors, and you may want to give a signal as you're coming off. But seeing that the roundabout is so small, sometimes it's not always necessary to give a signal when going straight. Now, looking left and right at the junctions, always very important to make sure you take effective observation. Now, there's a junction to my right. Just check the junction off just in case someone approaches from the right that wishes to emerge in front of you. Now, I'll be taking the next junction on the left. So what I want you to be thinking about at this point is to see what's happening behind us. Now, I'll be checking my center, my left mirror. I'll be giving a left signal here. As you can hear, my signal is on. Make sure I'm in an appropriate gear. For this occasion, I'll be using second gear. And then start the turning. Now, as I straighten up my wheel, I make sure I check behind me just in case anyone wishes to overtake before I increase my speed. Now, checking center right mirror as I move out to the right just to pass this vehicle on the left. Check my mirror as I approach to come back in case of any cyclists. Looking ahead, it's a park, it's dark, so you may wish to be looking out for people dressed in dark clothes, cyclists in the park at this time of the morning. You got lots of health and fitness people around the place sometimes. Now you can see well ahead that the traffic light is on red, so I'll just increase my speed a little so by the time I get there it changes. But now I'll have to think again because a red light has changed to green, and also the green could now change back to red. So I check my mirror as I approach, assessing what's happening behind me, looking both right and left of the vehicle. Now, as it is good, I still continue. Vehicle turning in front of me. Just watch that vehicle as it reverses back out into the main road. Now I'll be going straight ahead at the roundabout, which is my second exit. As you approach the roundabout, check the traffic light in front, make sure the button has not been pressed. I'll be looking to the right and to the left to make sure it's safe before I emerge from the junction. It's quite good for me, so I'll be just making my way across, staying well into the left hand side of the junction. Check my center left mirror, give my signal, and keep into my left position. Now, as you increase the speed again, you'll be checking here, junction to the right, make sure you know what the vehicle to the right is doing. Checking junction to the left. Never ever be too relaxed when driving, always be thinking ahead. Search for those hazards, find them before they find you. Gentlemen here in the morning, you can see the other pedestrian on the side, how easily they blend in with the background because of the darkness. Now we're going to come up to another roundabout. We'll be making sure we keep well over to the left hand side, and at the roundabout we'll be taking the second exit. Again, looking nice and early to the right as we approach the roundabout, looking well to the left. Get my third gear here because it's such a big roundabout, it's not always necessary to be going down into second all the time. Now you're checking your center left mirror, give your signal to the left, position yourself well to the left. And then as you check into the junction, make sure the light isn't going to change on you. Increase your speed, get your gears. I'm now in my fourth gear as I'm increasing up again to fifth gear, nice and smoothly. As you can tell, the traffic light ahead again, it's pedestrian crossing. You don't always expect the lights to change on pedestrian crossing unless someone has pressed the button. So key feature here is to look at the buttons and the lights, and they're not being pressed, so you don't expect them to be changing. Now I'm going to be turning right at the traffic light. Check my center right mirror. There's a car approaching quite fast here, so I'll just keep at a reasonable speed, allowing to pass. Now center right, signal, move over into the right lane. They are rushing to get to that traffic light, and that light is on red. There's no point you rush there. So if you notice, what I'm doing is just holding the speed. There's no one behind me, so there's not a need to be rushing at this moment in time. So I'm just taking my time as I cruise up towards the junction. Hopefully mine will change in a short while. And there you go, nicely. Looking both ways again. Remember, this time of the morning, people could be drink driving. I never ever take it for granted early time of the morning to think that, because it's quiet. Now I'm going to turn left again, center mirror, left mirror, give a signal to the left. And now I'm going to slow it down nicely into second gear as I approach the bend. And as I straighten up my wheels, so you notice this is a one-way system here, but always think vehicle can overtake you on each side of the road. So we're checking around, making sure it's nice and lovely up here, looking underneath cars, around cars, through cars, pedestrians walking out, animals running from behind a car that could cause you to suddenly brake. You got doors that could open on you, drivers that could drive off without signaling. So you have to think about all these things when traveling through a system where there's cars on both sides. Now I'll be taking the right junction, so you notice I position myself over to the right. I'm going to slow it right down nice and early here, looking both ways before I merge. It's nice looking again. It's always better to take two look, because I can't see any car light doesn't mean there you go, there's an animal there, because I was observing. I wasn't having to brake suddenly.